G Modular and lazy morning friends, it's time for another Stakecito Celestia update video. A lot of things have happened since our last video, so let's not waste any time, let's get right into this. Let's kick this off with some bull posting by Burniske. He's basically quote and retweeting the same tweet that he did 1.5 years ago about Sol, and this was a bull post right before Sol went into this parabolic price movement phase. And now he's basically applying the same structure and tweet to TIA. And yeah, he's basically saying that a lot of people probably will regret not buying TIA below $5. That the TIA shorts currently paying almost 400% annualized, even though TIA already had more than 80% of a drawdown. And yeah, he continues that everyone is basically focusing on and fixated on this big TIA unlock in October. Paid groups and momentum bottom trolls are trolling with delight, claiming TIA will get crushed when the evil VCs are giving liquidity, hence piling into these expensive shorts. Yeah, then he continues that what TIA bottom trolls are grasping is that Celestia is an ecosystem, or as an ecosystem is firing on all cylinders with an ideologically committed and diverse set of builders experimenting with zeal. Reminds me of early Bitcoin, Ethereum and Solana energy. Second, the evil VCs that are given liquidity are unlikely to unload as the anticipated in October, because they see the biggest ecosystem traction and aspirations of the team. Many of the TIA's biggest backers are less short-term oriented than portrayed. He also says when the unlock happens, it's likely Mr. Market realizes there's far less sell pressure than these shorts are anticipating, and the shorts get blown out, and they get blown out before. Yeah, and so on and so forth. So definitely go ahead and check out his tweet. Obviously, he's a little bit biased, I would say, because he's one of the early investors, it seems like, but I think he has a lot of good reasons, or a really good reasoning on why some of the fear around the unlock and yeah, all the FUD around the TIA bottom and so on, that this is unjustified. And there are indeed many cases where you know, an unlock can also be bullish. There might be not as much sell pressure as we imagine right now. Also, maybe a lot of the fears already priced in. So many things to consider here. I'm not saying, or we are not saying whether the price will go up or go down. We obviously we don't know that. So this is no financial advice, do your own research. But basically just sharing here his thoughts, and I think it's quite reasonable. And yeah, there's a lot of things going on TIA, which we will also cover in this video here. So yeah, go ahead, check out his tweet. It got a lot of attention and traction, and yeah, good to see some people again bull posting about TIA. All right, next up we do have Celestia introducing the community's roadmap to relentlessly scale Celestia, enabling developers to deploy a high throughput, unstoppable application using any virtual machine. 1 gigabyte blocks to build whatever. So we do have a new roadmap here, and let's quickly check out what this is all about. So they have basically posted here an overview with the different goals that they are working towards right? So one of the first goals is here abundant block space. This is basically the goal of creating 1 gigabyte blocks. And for that, they have 2 tracks basically that they are working on. One is the consensus track, then the DA track. And yeah, you can also always follow the progress here. So at the bottom, it basically says the development status of those different items here. It's either in the research, design, implementation, testing phase, and then there are also items related to the lemongrass upgrade. So yeah, the first one is the abundant block space, 1 gigabyte gigablocks. The next one is verifiable block space, 1 billion light nodes. Yeah, so light nodes, they have 2 tracks here: light nodes on every device and light node security. And the last goal is here frictionless block space, 1 million rollups. And for that, they have 3 tracks. The first one is streaming assets from anywhere, lazy bridging, then rollup DevX, and then the blob stream. And some of those things are already live, as you can see. For example, we have a blob stream on Arbitrum and Base L3s, on Ethereum L2s. Cryptocito did also a video where he talks about the Celestia Roadmap. So let's quickly check this out.
Now, getting to the main topic of today, which is Celestia's roadmap that was just dropped. And Celestia is a very technical and a very B2B oriented infrastructure project. It's not a retail B2C play that is meant to be for end consumers, for end users that are not really in crypto. It's more of an infrastructure play that pioneered the concept of modularity and also data availability. And the mainnet went live around a year ago, which also means that token unlocks are about to happen in around a month's time. To be precise, October 31st is when we're going to see a major unlock of around a third of the TR supply that will be unlocked. We'll also keep a close eye on that, and I'm going to share more updates on that as well. But Celestia so far has launched 20 rollups that are using Celestia for data availability, Eclipse being the most active one. Eclipse is deploying the Solana virtual machine as an Ethereum L2 using Celestia for DA. This is a very technical roadmap, and Nick White, who is the, I think, COO and also has been a frequent guest here on Cryptocito, he broke it down and commented on this roadmap saying the difference between a dream and a goal is a plan. Celestia's roadmap turns the vision of 1 GB blocks, 1 billion light nodes, and 1 million rollups from a dream into a tangible goal. A goal that the community will be working towards relentlessly for years to come. And I think it's very important to understand, especially also in context of these unlocks that are happening, that Celestia is a multi-year project that's been in the works. We covered it here first, I think in December 2021, very, very long time ago. And they are going to be here for many years to come. I'm also sure that the Celestia Foundation is facilitating OTC deals to maybe mitigate some of that sell pressure on the market once the unlocks kick in. But anyways, that's maybe something we will cover in a future video, also more about the TR tokenomics themselves. Anyways, they also have a major upgrade called Lemongrass, which is coming very soon. And it also brings core interchain features to life.
As just mentioned by Cryptocito and also posted by Lethank, 20 rollups are publishing data nowadays. So that's a lot. And you can find this chart if you go to selenium.io/rollups. This is basically the blob space explorer for the Celestia ecosystem. And Eclipse became the largest publisher of data to Celestia. So that's really, really huge, and also pretty amazing to see how much traction Celestia has these days in terms of all the gigabytes, all the data that is being published there. And you can also always see how much fees have been already earned in terms of tier, right? Here at the top you can see the total fees. Total fees in tier are almost 260,000 tier that have been earned, and that's in current prices it's over $1 million. So that's amazing. That's really, really cool to see. And again, definitely check out this block explorer here. It has a lot of really interesting and nice features. Another interesting statistics that I found is that Celestia's market share among data availability options has grown from 10% to over 40% during the last 3 months, according to Blockworks. So that's pretty interesting. As you can see, Ethereum blobs still account for almost 60% market share, but Celestia is catching up and it's eating the market share of the block space. So another really bullish indicator, in my opinion, that everyone should pay more attention to. Our friends from the Rollup Co just released another interview with Nick White. Talking obviously about the Celestia roadmap to 1 GB blocks with Nick White. A lot of interesting topics that they have discussed here, so definitely go ahead, subscribe to the Rollup Co and check out their awesome interview. Alright, it seems like we do have some juicy airdrop news for TIA stakers and the testnet participants of Defund Fhenix. So there's an upcoming D-airdrop for TIA stakers and testnet participants. Join the Defund Fhenix incentivized testnet and qualify for its airdrop. Here are the eligibility criteria: tier holders / stakers, current and obvious testnet participants, and then more to be announced. And obviously Winnie from our team made another awesome tutorial talking about or update video talking about the current airdrop. So let's go ahead and quickly check that one out.
Defund Finance has launched its public testnet, and if you're looking to qualify for its incentivized airdrop, this right here is your chance to get involved. Now, the testnet is designed to assess the core functions of Defund's cross-VM liquidity hub, and your participation will make you eligible for the upcoming D token airdrop. So here's everything you need to know. The Defund testnet is focused on testing several key features of the Defund platform. These include creating accounts through MetaMask or email, conducting spot asset trading and swaps via market and limit orders, providing liquidity to standard pools, minting options through option vaults, trading those options via an order book, and providing liquidity to hedged pools. So there's a lot of stuff you can do, and obviously the more that you do, the more you'll be qualified for the airdrop. Now, let's talk more about the airdrop. Defund has allocated 17% of the total D token supply, which amounts to 250 million tokens for this airdrop. Airdrop eligibility is fairly straightforward. If you are a TIA holder, a testnet user, or one of the previous Defund testnet participants, you are already in a pretty good place to be qualified for this airdrop. Now, to get started with the testnet and be in a position to qualify for the airdrop, follow these simple steps provided by the Defund team in a step-by-step blog post that they published a week or so ago. I know I'm late. I'm sorry.
Next up, it seems like there's a game upcoming that will use Celestia, the A layer underneath, and it's called Kamigotchi, on-chain pet idle RPG. Now on testnet. So yeah, go ahead and check out if you want to play around with this. It looks funny and cute. Next up, we do have another project that uses Celestia underneath. It's called Fhenix, and Fhenix is an Ethereum L2 coprocessor that uses FHE for on-chain confidentiality. So Fhenix needs a high throughput to scale confidential compute to every developer. So we have chosen Celestia, the leader in modular data availability for the Fhenix network. So great to see that more and more projects are using Celestia DA underneath. Now let's talk about some of the events and community activities. If you're in Singapore this week for Token 2049 or one of those hundreds side events, then definitely go ahead and check out the Appchain Day, because there will be Nick White and Andy on an exclusive fireside chat. Next up, there will be another event happening in Singapore, which is called the Abstract Summit. And this one is again with Nick White from Celestia and also Keone from Monad. So if you're in Singapore and if you have time, definitely register for this one. Now let's get to the most lazy section of this video. I'm talking obviously about our Celestine Sloths. So let's check out what's happening on the Celestine Sloth marketplace on Stargaze. I mean, first up, we can see that the volume since yesterday is up over 340%. We also see that there are roughly 40 sloths on sale currently out of in total 2,500. And the floor price is currently at 480,000 stars. And if we check the floor price here in stars, we see that it's still increasing. I mean, there's barely you can see barely any sign of return, but in any case, we see that there was a new all-time high made just a few days ago at roughly, if I see it correctly, 525,000 stars, and it dropped a little bit lower now, but we can clearly see there's still an upwards trend. There's almost no slowing down, it seems like. So that's obviously pretty cool. Other than that, we obviously see a lot of very cool sloths here. So if you're still not in the sloth society, then definitely go ahead and check them out. Next up, we do have here Zener from the Namada team, who is also having a sloth PFP, which is pretty cool, and also talking about the modular universe. So I'm curious what this all means. If you know what this exactly means, is there anything for the sloths when it comes to Namada? So just let me know if you know more than I do. So next up, we do have Cool Crypto, who is also, I would say, sloth maxi nowadays. Maybe not maxi, but definitely a firm believer and a promoter of the Celestine Sloths. And he's also hosting now weekly spaces called the Blockchain Fridays, weekly Celestia updates. And the last one was with Former Chain and Fairblock. So definitely go ahead, follow Cool Crypto and also check out their spaces, because they are usually also very insightful and contain a lot of alpha.